We've all been there when we're expected to do some crazy, dope, insane, street gone sexual tricks, and somebody hands you a deck of cards that spreads worse than butter on a homeless person. So you got to make do. You got to figure out what trick you're gonna have to accomplish in this sort of situation. So for this, I thought I'd show you guys some next level, crazy, insane, impromptu prediction stuff with a borrowed shuffle deck. So somebody shuffles the cards, you tell them to mix the deck like an old person shuffling their last will and testament. So they go ahead and do this, and this is of course an impromptu situation. So you're gonna need to use stuff around you to make the prediction. But first of all, you look through the deck and you go, oh, okay, that's good. I think I can make one of the predictions just beforehand. So maybe you find a pen. Maybe you find some Kentucky Fried Chicken. So whatever it is that it takes. So you say that you're gonna write the prediction on the chicken here. So you're just gonna take one of these bad boys out and go, oh yeah, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So I really don't want you guys to see this. So I'm gonna zoom in temporarily to the deck using the power of Adobe Premiere, so you guys don't happen to catch my prediction here. So I'm just gonna write it here on the chicken as best I can. It might be a little bit hard because there's a lot of excess skin on this chicken, but trust me, the prediction is there. Now that we have the prediction chicken face down, we could actually start this miracle of a trick. But first of all, that prediction was for later. So you want to take out some predictions for now. So you take out some cards here that you think the spectator might actually choose in a little bit. So we'll go for I'll go for this one right here, and I'll tell you what. Why don't we go for this one right here, sir? So yeah, those two are gonna be my little prediction. So you could do this for one spectator. You could do this for two spectators. It's really up to you. So you have the first spectator. Think of a small number between 1 and 20. Let's say they think of 10. So you say that's fantastic. So we're just gonna have you deal 10 cards out here in the wild here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. So that means that 10 cards. We're gonna put the first prediction card face up here just to mark that spot. You can hand this deck to another person and say, hey sir, I'd like you to do the same. Think of another small number between 1 and 10. Let's say they think of 10. You go, that's great. Let's just okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we're gonna put the second prediction over here to mark that spot. So let's just think about everything here. You could have thought of any number. You could have shuffled the deck. Had it been different, then things would have definitely been different here. So we spread through here and we take out the cards next to our prediction cards here, and let's just see if we can get something amazing to transpire. So believe it or not, this 7 you could have dealt anywhere you wanted, but you actually found the other 7, which makes you wonder if you found the other queen. Good job. Good job. Oh, the chicken? The chicken? Yeah, that's even crazier, because remember, you could have thought of any number and you could have thought of any number. So there's no way that and you shuffled the deck. There's no way we could have determined the position of any card in this deck. But if we combine your numbers, we got what, 10 and 10. So that's 20. So if we deal 20 cards here, let's see what happened. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. The 9 of diamonds, which is actually insane because if we look at the chicken, I want you to determine that it actually reads 9 of it reads nine of diamonds there. I don't know if you could see it. And that's the prediction. You go, oh wait, don't leave. I lied. That really wasn't the prediction, even though I tried writing it. So as a backup, I wrote 9D on the top of the lid here. So that's the prediction. That's the crazy impromptu prediction. So for this trick, it's pretty organic. You're gonna need a couple things. You're gonna need a shuffle deck, and you're also gonna need a marking pen, such as this one, and you're also gonna need a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken. So once you have all those gathered up, this becomes an impromptu miracle, as they say. So they shuffle the deck, and the first half here is going to be a Gemini sequence here that you may recognize from other amazing self-working tricks. But this is taken to the next level with the addition of the second prediction that you're going to see right now. Gets the juices flowing. So for this, what you're going to do is you're going to just go through the deck here after they shuffle it, and the first prediction you're going to make, which is you're going to write on the chicken, is actually going to be the second card from the bottom of the deck. So in this case, it's going to be the 8 of diamonds, which I'm going to leave face up for clarity here. So once you get this little peek, you can put the deck down, and that's going to be your first prediction. That's going to be that cockaroo punch at the end. So you could write that on a piece of chicken if you have the opportunity. Now I found in my performances here that a Sharpie marker does not work as good on chicken as it does on, for example, beef. So you might want to experiment with different types of meat to write your prediction on. Now I just use chicken because it's what was available. In my neighborhood, there's a lot of Kentucky Fried Chicken, so I just use what you can. Now, if you have a hard time writing on the chicken, you could just write the prediction on the back of the lid. But I do prefer the chicken because that's more of a kicker there. So you could just have your prediction here to the side after you wrote it. In this case, remember, it's we shuffle the deck, so now it's going to be the 8 of diamonds. So pretend that this says eight of diamonds. I'll fix it here. There you go, 8 of diamonds. Look at that ingenuity here. So that's gonna go aside, and then you're gonna just go into the Gemini sequence here, which is pretty self-working. You're gonna remove the cards that match both the top and bottom cards. So in this case here, we have the King of Clubs that you're just going to look for and remove the mates, which is the King of Spades. And on top we have the Ace of Diamonds, which means we're gonna remove, that's right, the Ace of Hearts. So these could be face up or these could be face down. I like to put them face down initially. Now here's the only thing you're gonna have to remember. The card that's on the bottom is gonna be the one on top. So if I turn these face down, if this card on the bottom is the King of Clubs, this card here has to be the matching mate. If it's the Ace of Diamonds, it's not gonna work, and you're gonna look foolish. So let's just get this. T6i. So here's the thing. They think of whatever number they want, and the clever part is that because of the whole process, this card gets placed at the number of the combination of both their numbers. So if they both think of 10 and 10, that card is going to end up the 20th position. If one person thinks of 10 and another one thinks of 5, it's going to be in the 15th position. So you're going to have a super kicker that is not ordinary of this Gemini plot. So let's just say the thing of a number between 1 and 20. We're going to go for 5 here to keep things as simple as possible. So they deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards out. You go, oh, that's great. Let's just put the first prediction there. You're gonna put it face up, and see the clever part. When you put this on top of the face up card, it's gonna put the king right next to the other king. See the clever part? This 8 here is for visual purposes only. So That's not going to be face up for those people from either Brazil or West Germany that really don't understand basic instruction. This is only there for clarification purposes. So the first person said 5. Let's say that the next person says 10. So they deal 10 cards down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then they put this prediction down. See the ingenuity here of this Gemini principle? Then you put that on top, and everything pretty much is set up. So you go, okay, that's great. Remember, you guys could have dealt any number of cards, and this would have been extremely different. So they spread through here, and you're going to remove the card right above the face-up card. So in this case, you're going to remove the king and the card directly above it. Then you're going to keep spreading and remove the ace and the card directly above that. Now, what you've done is that this card, after you remove that, is going to be the 15th card from the bottom, but they don't know that. So you're going to table the deck face up, and you go, let's see how well you did. Oh, man, you're great. You must be a magician. Let's see you. Oh, man, you're great. You must be a gynecologist. So then you could really ham up the presentation, and you go, oh, see, that's interesting. But remember, I wrote a prediction down earlier. So if we combine your number, which is 10, and your number, which is 5, that gives us 15, which is insane, because let's just count down 15 cards and see if we could make a thing happen. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. See the ingenuity here? 15. Boom. Your 8 of diamonds. And then you could say at that point, and that's the only 8 of diamonds in the deck. Ha 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 ha. After that, you could go, wait, no, really, I wrote it down in the chicken. It says it on the chicken, and then they could look. And I actually generally try to write it on the chicken, by the way. That's not a joke. But just the oils didn't facilitate that. So then you can actually show that the prediction matches, and everyone goes home and starts erupting spontaneously sexually. So that's the trick. Hope you enjoyed it. It's a killer, impromptu, clickbait, gone sexual prediction here that I hope you guys could take and use in your own real world when there's chicken available. So enjoy that, practice it. I'm gonna go watch chickens mating with objects that they're not supposed to be mating with.
Again, when I see you 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 again.